Shalom Israel, once again. I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect, beginning with the 144,000. Shalom. This will be impromptu, in preparation of the up and coming Passover 2025. I just wanted to say, with the Passover, exactly a week from now, coming in sundown on the 13th, I forget exactly what date that is that it closes out on, which 7 days after the 13th sundown, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. The 21st sundown, right? Prepare yourself. You got a week to prepare yourself, or we have a week to prepare ourselves, rather, for the keeping of the high holy day, the solemn assembly of the Passover, Feast of Unleavened Bread. It's very serious. It's a very serious matter. It's not a lamb dinner like the apostles like to say. It's not a day to throw a party, right? It's a very serious time for us to reflect on not only the hardcore bondage that we went through in old Egypt, but also in all of the captivities that we went through, as the children of Israel, which are so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, under the Assyrians, the Babylonians, the Medes, the Persians, the Greeks, the Romans, and on the soils of America, being scattered across the four corners of the earth. We're still suffering the effects of the curses being put on us. All right. Mimicking the bitterness that we went through in old Egypt. So, this is a time to reflect on what the Lord has brought us through, has delivered us from, and knowing that we're fastly approaching the time of being delivered from America, which is spiritually Sodom and Egypt, and Babylon the Great. Babylon, which America is known as Babylon the Great, and Rome, and all of the captivities that we've been in. It's the time to get rid of the leaven within our households, literally. Any products with yeast, we are to get rid of all products. Refrain from consuming products such as bread that contain leaven or yeast, spiritually representing, you know, the cleansing of our spirits and our minds, that we must go through in preparation of being delivered in the day of the Lord's judgment, in this second and final exodus that will take place all over the globe, but primarily here in America, which is known as Babylon the Great. Also putting us in the remembrance of Yahushua, which is the unblemished lamb, you know, in which we are to eat, roasted with fire, without being boiled or seasoned. In which we were commanded, and we're spiritually putting the blood of that perfect sacrifice on the doorposts of our households, representing ourselves first and foremost, and our families that we wish to be delivered, and ultimately the house of David, the house of the elect, the body of the fellow believers and followers of Yahweh Bashem Al-Shai. You know, so you don't want to be trying to shift into that spirit of preparing yourself for keeping the Passover, because the scripture says, roughly paraphrasing, you know, anyone keeping the Passover unworthily, you know, being unclean, not in the right spirit, you know, it's consequences for that. And it's the time of great and heavy judgment, time of sifting, clean the house. A lot of men fall weak, you know, are tested heavily around this time. So you don't want to be trying to shift into that serious solemn spirit last minute. You know, you got a week, which you should have been preparing yourself anyway, because this is like one of the holy days of throughout the year, you know, that is highly expected, you know, those in the right spirit look forward to being our last Passover kept on this side before the destruction. So yeah, in preparation of the Passover 2025, you know, I was, you know, whether you like it or not, you know, it's a time of cleansing, it's a time of detox, you know, because leaven or yeast feeds the growth of parasite infection known as candida, which breaks down your immune system. And so that's one of the off the bat benefits, Salaki. Allah I don't know. Let me call you right back. I said I don't know. Let me call you right back. Yes. I'm in front of the store, but I'm trying to finish this video. I'm gonna call you right back. Anyways, yeah, Candida, the parasitic, the growth of the parasite called Candida, which breaks down your immune system, which thrives and lives in your intestine, your lower intestine, which a lot of foods promotes the growth of. You know, off the bat, the keeping of the Passover, 7 days, no yeast, no leaven, is beneficial for your health, you know. And I would also suggest, you know, doing the best detox and cleansing that you can put up, you know, even if it means fasting, you know, for the 7-day period of the keeping of the Passover, you know, because cheese, sugar, and yeast, leaven, bread, right? All of those things promote the growth of Candida, those parasites, which act as demons, fucking causing you to have cravings of sweets and greasy foods, and you know, and everything, when you look at it, everything, all fast food is basically sandwiches, fucking meat and cheese and fucking sweets, you know. And so, Lord willing, I'll use this time to detox, to do the turpentine cleanse, which attacks the growth of the parasite infection called Candida. You know, this is a great time. This is a great opportunity to do so, being as though part of the Passover is to do away with the, you know, refrain from yeast or leaven. So that's basically it. You know, like I said, it's a very serious time, and we should be preparing ourselves to keep the Passover to the best of our ability, rehearse the righteous acts, preparing ourselves for the day of the Lord's judgment, the end of Esau, Edom's, the nation of so-called white man's rulership. The time when Yahweh Shah, who the world even calls Jesus Christ, will make his second return, delivering and saving physically the elect, the 1/3 of the nation of Israel, beginning with the 144,000. So, Lord willing, this is edifying. Call Allah, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of great millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect, beginning with the 144,000. Shalom.